Hello, Wolfpack. Bitcoin has seen the highest daily volume candle it has ever seen in 18 months since March 2021 on today's, or by the time this video gets out, yesterday's daily candle. Insane price action, guys. We're in free fall here, dropping rapidly down towards the 15k region as we head towards CPI. The big question is, will CPI reverse this trend? And there is significant reason to believe that it might do so. So here we are on the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. It's very hard to do technical analysis on a chart that has fallen this quickly. If we head over to the shorter term time frame, like the 30-minute time frame, what are you meant to say about that? It's a free fall. There's nothing you can say about that. Is it oversold? Of course it's oversold. Does that mean it won't go down lower? No, it doesn't, because it's driven by fundamental events at this point in time. Obviously, we have the FTX exchange getting wrecked, essentially, and then Binance saying, okay, we're going to buy the FTX exchange, and then Binance looking at the books and saying, okay, no, we're not going to buy it anymore. That's the second largest cryptocurrency exchange getting absolutely decimated in real time. It's no surprise that with the prices dropping so quickly, and obviously Solana, FTX being a big backer of Solana. Solana is, of course, in the meantime, collapsing to a certain extent as well, which is a major coin that everyone really liked during the bull market and really had big prospects for during the bear market. I personally told you guys, I told everyone on my channel over and over and over again, don't play with altcoins during a bear market, because this kind of stuff happens. This is the second time we've seen something like this happen. It was Luna first. Everyone trusted Luna, collapsed. Solana second. Everyone trusted Solana. Guess what? It's not fully collapsed, but it's certainly not, it's not looking good, right? I'm not trying to laugh at people's misery, but at some point, lessons need to be learned. You cannot trust altcoins, regardless of how big they are. This is proof here. This is good proof. Two of the biggest altcoins of the 21 bull market have gotten wrecked, right? You can't trust them long term. The only thing you can really trust long term is Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum. Maybe, okay? That's the market. That's crypto. Welcome. As you can see, highest daily candle volume. If we're zooming all the way back, this is the highest volume since all the way back here in May. Sorry, not March, May 2021, which is still a massive amount of time. We're looking at basically 18 months still. So free fall, not really much you could say about that, to be honest with you. What we can say, though, is the next major support zone is, of course, and we've looked at this extensively in the past. If we're zooming in here on this chart, we can go ahead and start outlining where the next major support zone actually is. The next major support zone is basically sitting between 13.8k and 11.5k on Bitcoin. That is the next major support zone. I would expect us to trend downwards towards that support zone simply because there's nowhere else we can really go. However, okay, it's very important to note that CPI could dramatically change the shift in direction in the market. I've said it before at the start of this video, I'll say it again. This drop mainly, okay, here's something I need to clarify, okay? Drops don't just happen for no reason, okay? And they don't just happen because of fundamentals either, right? If you think the only reason this drop happened is because of the FTX situation, you're completely and utterly wrong. In the same way that if you thought this drop here in May only happened because of Luna, you're completely and utterly wrong, right? Drops are pre-programmed to a certain extent by the charts. There are catalysts for them playing out, but eventually they probably would have played out in some sort of fashion regardless. So this drop probably would have happened, FTX or not, it probably would have happened. That's just how the market works, right? Welcome to the financial market. If you didn't know that, welcome, you're here now, right? That's generally how it works. Every analyst will agree with me on that. So this drop would have happened regardless, maybe not as fast, right? And maybe not as deep, but it would have materialized into some sort of drop regardless. So the next major support zone, 13.8k to 11.5k. The only thing is this. Okay, CPI. CPI is happening when we reach this vertical yellow line. It's happening in roughly, as I said, 16 hours, probably maybe 16, 14 hours. It depends when I release this video. It's going to be happening soon. You can Google when it happens. Okay, and the thing of this is this, right? This is interesting. This is good analysis to do. Traditional markets, S&P 500, right? The S&P 500 has not dropped at all, basically. It's in the same place it was, meaning that generally speaking, when you lead up to CPI, you see crypto and the traditional markets price in CPI. The traditional markets have priced in CPI. The traditional markets have priced in CPI and they haven't moved down dramatically, right? Bitcoin and crypto have priced in CPI, but they've moved down dramatically, meaning that this drop isn't from pricing in CPI. This drop is from FTX, meaning that the actual fair value of cryptocurrency right now, once this FTX situation passes, once the fear passes, is probably much higher, right? Meaning that when CPI releases, we're dramatically more likely on Bitcoin to actually go upwards regardless of the result. Because right now we're dramatically oversold due to fundamental events in FTX. But the CPI pricing on Bitcoin was actually occurring all the way up here in the 20Ks. Okay, that's where we were many days ago. We can see that, I'm going to explain this a little bit further. 4 days ago on Bitcoin, we were up here at 21K. 4 days ago on the S&P, we were down here at around 3,700. So, we've actually not moved on the S&P 500 as we've priced in CPI, but on Bitcoin, we've moved down massively, almost 25%, more than 25%, meaning that, as I said, this whole drop has been caused by FTX, not by pricing in CPI. The actual fair valuation pricing of CPI on Bitcoin, I don't know if this makes sense, is all the way up here, probably in the 20K region, meaning that we're dramatically oversold right now by all standards, right? So when we see CPI, in my opinion, it is more likely than not that Bitcoin sees a pump upon CPI release or in the days leading afterwards. Okay, that's very important. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the BitGet exchange. Now, the BitGet exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is commonly referred to as the cheapest exchange in the cryptocurrency market. It's also non-KYC or voluntarily KYC, so you can stay true to the fundamental values of cryptocurrency, one of which being anonymity, of course. It's also got a security fund in there, so if you lose your funds by fault of the exchange or by personal fault, you can make a claim and actually retrieve your funds back. On top of all of this, if you sign up using my referral link, you can get access to exclusive discounts and rewards. This is the best exchange on the cryptocurrency market, and I use it personally, and so should everyone at the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Now, if you're interested in actually learning how to trade for yourself, you can check out the Crypto Academy via the website link in the description below. This is a course developed by myself and Megaworld Crypto, a 10-unit course taking you through every single step from step 1 to step infinite about how to become a trader. Go ahead and check that out and chuck us an email at cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you with the full information and payment information if you're interested. Thanks, guys, for watching the advertisements. Let's get back into the video. Right? I think that although by the TA standards, we probably need to trend down and test these lower levels, I think that CPI release will more likely than not be a pump. It's a question of, do we reach these levels before CPI comes out, I suppose. And also, another thing you need to be looking at, just on a larger term time frame, is the 300-week SMA. The 300-week SMA was held during the COVID drop on the weekly candle. 300-week SMA is currently in 19.7K. If we close the weekly candle above the 300-week SMA, I would be confident enough to assume that the Bitcoin bottom is in, right? If we come all the way back up and we close above the 300-week SMA in 4 days, I would be confident to assume the Bitcoin bottom is in. That's very important. Now, what is my buying plan? How am I reacting to this current price action? Well, I've already bought 50%. Okay, I bought 50% at 17K to 18K, and I will buy 50% at either 13.8K to 11.5K, or, and it's important to note, if we reach 14K, I'd probably just buy early, right? Same thing, right? And so either 50% at 13.8K to 11.5K with room for error, or a weekly candle close above the bull market support band. So if we don't reach those lower prices, I'd buy at the weekly candle close above the bull market support band, the other 50%. So bull market support band, where is that? That's over here. That's currently the top of that's at around 23K. All right, so that would be a confirmation reversal, just like what it was in 2018. If we go to 2018 price chart, bring up bull market support band. Once we broke it, we confirmed the bear market was over, and we have significant evidence to assume, based on yesterday's video, which you can check out, that we're following a very similar structure to 2018, and so we can assume when the reversal comes, it will be based off the same metric, which would be the bull market support band, okay? Very important stuff. Now, why are we dropping this low? Where is Bitcoin going to bottom in terms of date ranges? 4-year cycle theory, I assume Bitcoin's going to be seeing a Q4 bottom, right? Which means anytime before 2023, Bitcoin will be bottoming out as per the 4-year cycle date range trend that I've stuck by for 12 months that I based my original prediction of. I'm very confident in that, more confident in that than ever. I do not think Bitcoin is dying. If we drop below 11.5K, I will start to get concerned about the long-term health of Bitcoin. But until that point, I'm not concerned at all. This is totally normal price action. I suppose it's a stretch to say normal, okay? Because technically it's not normal. We've done things that we haven't done before. But by a lot of metrics, it is normal. So it's like, it's in that middle ground right now. I don't think it's anything to be overly concerned about at this point in time. We will be keeping you guys in the loop of that, of course. But yeah, I don't think crypto's dying or anything like that. That's my personal opinion. I know there's a lot of fear going around right now. 3K Bitcoin, I still think those claims are ridiculous. And I still think the lowest possible bottom on Bitcoin on a weekly candle basis will be 11.5K. Right? I'm sticking by my guns here, guys. Let's hope it plays out. Let's hope it stays true to the charts here. So CPI, that's something everyone should be watching. It's going to be big. It's going to be big, guys. There's no way around it. It's going to be massive. I think personally it's going to lead to a pump, but I wouldn't be overly surprised, as I said, by the chart standards if we go down to those 13.8K to 11.5K levels. Thanks, guys, for watching. Cheers.